Good morning, Simon.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning. Good to have you. What is the Be Reasonable campaign?
So we are just about helping stand up for parents who just love their kids enough to discipline them. The point is that we don't want to see smacking criminalised. You might agree with smacking, you might not. Parents might smack, they might not. But the evidence is that most people, when you poll people, don't want to see smacking criminalised because they know that most of us, our own parents, would have used a tap on the back of the hand or the back of the legs when we were kids. They know that we know that our parents loved us, that wasn't abuse. And the idea that you'd make it criminal, some people just think that that's just going much too far. I mean, you mentioned this 3 million for positive parenting. No one's going to object to that. But the only reason they're spending that 3 million is because they are going to make criminals out of parents who do tap their toddler on the back of the hand. And that's a shocking overreach by the state, and it's going to wreck the lives of a lot of families.
How is it going to wreck lives of families?
Well, if you get parents who do use a tap on the back of the hand, a tap on the back of the legs, maybe they don't know the law's been changed, maybe the awareness raising hasn't reached them, or maybe they have their own reasons they do that. The new guidance that the Welsh Government's released says that if you think somebody is doing that, you should call social services or call the police. Now, you might remember that when this ban was being debated in the Welsh Parliament, the government said repeatedly, we're not talking about criminalising anyone. And yet here we are. Reality has finally come home to roost. And the reality is that if you do change the law, if you get rid of this reasonable chastisement defence, which is what they're doing, the only behaviour that you're going to criminalise is, by definition, reasonable behaviour. Violence towards children, beating children is, of course, quite rightly, already illegal. The only thing you're going to make illegal under this new change is mild discipline, as I say, the kind that most parents have done, the tap on the back of the hand. That will be a matter for social services and the police.
Now, but the tap on the hand is surely not what we're talking about here. And just to pick up on you saying wrecking the lives of families, what about wrecking the lives of those kids who are being hit, who have been hit in years gone by, who are still suffering the trauma from that?
Well, again, you're talking about abuse. You're talking about beating children. That's a terrible thing to do, and that's why it's been illegal for a long time. No, I am talking about the tap on the hand because that is what the law talks about. The guidance from prosecutors for years says that if a parent did anything which left more than transient reddening of the skin, that's already illegal. That's unreasonable chastisement. So it's only the mildest possible kind of contact, the mildest thing a parent might do. That's the only thing that they're going to be making illegal under this change to the law.
Well, no, all types of physical punishment, such as smacking, hitting, slapping, shaking, will be illegal.
Yeah, so to be clear, anything unreasonable is already illegal. So what's left to criminalise?
Okay.
It's only the reasonable stuff.
But if you're talking about the tap on the hand, surely there are better ways to discipline children.
Well, you're entitled to that opinion, and
it's not my opinion. I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there as a question because there will be people saying, "Well, hang on a second. Well, look, I'm a parent, and I only have to look at my kids, and they know that mum or dad or granddad or grandma, that's the deal. That's what we're doing here. We're stopping what we're doing here. Why a tap on the hand?"
Well, I mean, again,
because if you and I disagreed, if you and I disagreed, we wouldn't hit each other, would we?
Well, if I also wouldn't be able to force you to get in your car seat and strap you in.
Yeah, but
I also wouldn't be able.
But we're
to
not talking about car seats. We're not talking about car seats. If you and I disagreed about something, you wouldn't turn round and smack me in the face or tap me on the hand.
Well, let's hang about. Let's not mix these things up. So if you smack a kid in the face, then you're going to get prosecuted.
Okay, all right. If you and I disagreed, you wouldn't tap me on the hand, would you? And say,
that's right.
Take it easy, man.
Then that's because I'm not your dad. But there is a difference. So parents have to do all sorts of things for their kids that you would never do for another adult. You wipe their bottoms for them. You tell them to sit on the naughty step or whatever else, whatever other parenting techniques you use. If they're toddlers, and they won't get in the car seat, you've got to leave the house, you've got to go somewhere, you'll make them get in the car seat. You would never do that for another adult. And so that's the point about this ban, and that's the point about a lot of the rhetoric around this issue, is that it fails to recognise the rights and responsibilities of parents and the unique relationship between the parent and their child. And that's why so many people think it's unreasonable that if a parent does tap their child on the back of the hand, that it should be a matter for the social service and the police, because that is going to wreck their lives. You and I know that if somebody gets accused effectively of child abuse, which is what we're going to be talking about under this change in the law, that is going to wreck their lives. They may lose jobs, they may lose reputation, and in this case, they may even be fined and get a criminal conviction. It's a very serious matter.